Hey friends, imagine this. It's your birthday, the one day you've been quietly hoping for a little love and appreciation after years of pouring everything into your marriage. The candles are lit, your favorite cake is on the table, and instead of a warm hug, your husband looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Get out. My sister needs the house tonight." If that sounds like a nightmare you pray never happens to you, keep watching, because this is the true story of how I, Emily, was thrown out on my own birthday, only to rise stronger than I ever imagined. Stick around till the end, because the twist will give you chills, and if you've ever felt invisible in your own life, this one's going to heal something in you. If my story touches you even a little, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world and helps stories like this reach more hearts who need them. It all started on a rainy October evening, my 32nd birthday. I had spent the whole week planning a quiet celebration at home, just me, my husband Mark, and maybe a nice dinner. For 7 years of marriage, I had been the rock. I worked 2 jobs so Mark could chase his dream of starting a small construction company. I cooked his favorite meals after long days, massaged his tired shoulders, and always put his family first, especially his younger sister Sarah. Sarah was the kind of person who breezed through life expecting everyone else to catch her when she fell. She had moved in with us, temporarily, 2 years earlier after another failed relationship, and somehow temporary had turned into permanent. She never helped with bills, never cleaned, but she always had opinions about how I should be a better wife. That night, I came home from my shift at the hospital, exhausted but smiling, carrying a small box of cupcakes I'd picked up because Mark had promised he'd handle the rest. The living room lights were dim. I heard laughter. Mark and Sarah were on the couch, scrolling through old photos on his phone. The dining table had no cake, no balloons, nothing. Just takeout boxes from Sarah's favorite Thai place. "Happy birthday, babe," Mark said without looking up. His voice was flat. Before I could even respond, Sarah jumped in. I had the worst day. My car broke down again and I really need some peace and quiet tonight. Can you crash at your friend's place?" Mark said it would be fine. I stood there, still in my scrubs, rain dripping from my coat onto the floor I had mopped that morning. I laughed nervously, thinking it was a cruel joke. But Mark's face hardened. "Emily, don't make this dramatic. Sarah's been through a lot. It's just one night. You can celebrate tomorrow." The words hit like a slap. My chest tightened. I felt tears burning but I swallowed them. "Mark, it's my birthday. I turned 32 today. I've been looking forward to this." He stood up, towering over me the way he always did when he wanted to end an argument. "And I've been dealing with your complaints about Sarah for 2 years. Tonight she needs family. You're always so selfish when it comes to her." Selfish. The word echoed. I had given up vacations, new clothes, even my dream of going back to school for nursing certification, also his family could be comfortable. Sarah smirked from the couch, not even pretending to hide her satisfaction. That was the moment something inside me cracked wide open. Not just sadness. Pure, clarifying anger mixed with a deep, aching grief for the woman I had slowly erased to keep the peace. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I simply grabbed my purse, the small overnight bag I kept for emergencies, and walked out into the rain. The door slammed behind me. I sat in my old, unreliable car for 20 minutes, shaking, watching the house lights glow warmly while I was on the outside. I called my best friend Lena. She answered on the first ring, heard the sob in my voice, and said, "Come over." Now, the next few weeks were the darkest I had ever known. I slept on Lena's couch, cried in her bathroom at 3 a.m., replayed every moment of my marriage wondering where I had gone wrong. Mark texted once, "When Sarah leaves, you can come back. Don't make this bigger than it is. No apology. No, I love you. Just conditions." Sarah posted pictures on social media of her and Mark having sibling movie nights at our house, tagging me with a heart emoji like nothing had happened. I felt invisible, worthless. Like all the love I had given had been a down payment on betrayal. Nights were the hardest. I would lie awake remembering our wedding day, how Mark had cried when he said his vows, promising to choose me every single time. Now I was homeless on my birthday because his sister wanted the remote control. But here's where the story turns, and where I hope you feel that spark of hope too. Lena refused to let me drown. She forced me to apply for a better nursing position at a bigger hospital that offered tuition reimbursement. I got the job. The first paycheck felt like freedom. I rented a tiny studio apartment. Nothing fancy, just mine. I started therapy, something I had put off for years because Mark thought it was a waste of money. Week by week, I began to remember who I was before I became someone's wife and someone's emotional support. I reconnected with old friends. I joined a hiking group. I started writing in a journal every night. Ugly, honest words about the pain, but also tiny victories. Cooking a meal just for myself, buying fresh flowers for my windowsill, laughing until my stomach hurt again. I enrolled in those certification classes. The first time I passed an exam, I cried in my car in the parking lot, but these were different tears, proud ones. Meanwhile, cracks appeared in Mark's perfect family arrangement. Sarah's demands grew. She wrecked Mark's truck. By accident, maxed out a credit card in his name, and threw tantrums when he asked her to contribute. One night, Mark showed up at my new apartment unannounced, looking smaller than I remembered. Sarah's moving out next month. Come home, Emily. I miss you. I looked at the man I once loved with my whole heart and felt nothing but pity. Mark, I miss who I thought we were. But I don't miss being invisible. I'm building something real now. He didn't understand at first. He got angry, accused me of being selfish again. But I stood my ground. For the first time, I chose me. The real turnaround came 6 months later. I finished my certification and got promoted to a supervisory role. With the raise, I could afford a small one-bedroom closer to the hospital. I decorated it with colors I loved, soft blues and warm yellows. I hosted my first birthday party since the nightmare. Lena, my new friends from hiking, even a kind colleague named David who had become a close friend, filled the space with laughter and cake and genuine hugs. No one demanded I leave. No one made me feel small. Mark heard about the party through mutual friends. He sent a long message apologizing, really apologizing this time, admitting how he had taken me for granted and enabled Sarah's behavior because it was easier than setting boundaries. Sarah had finally moved out after they had a massive fight, and he was in therapy too. He asked if we could try again. I thought about it for weeks. Part of me will always love the Mark one married. But I realized I had fallen in love with a different version of myself, the one who survived being thrown out in the rain. The one who learned she didn't need to shrink to make others comfortable. I told him we could be friends, co-parents if we ever had children in the future, but the marriage we had was over. I deserved a love that chose me loudly, every single day. Today, 2 years later, I'm thriving. I have a beautiful home, a career I'm passionate about, and a circle of people who celebrate me without conditions. I even started a small blog sharing stories of women reclaiming their worth after heartbreak. Sometimes Mark checks in, and we talk like civilized people. Sarah, she faded into the background of his life, and I wish her well from a distance. If you're watching this and you're in a relationship where your needs are always last, hear me, you are not selfish for wanting to be loved out loud. You are not dramatic for expecting basic respect on your birthday or any day. The moment you choose yourself, even when it hurts, even when it means walking into the rain, you start becoming the hero of your own story. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Your pain is valid. Your comeback is coming. If this story moved you, please like, comment your own "I choose me" moment below, and subscribe for more real-life stories of resilience. Hit the notification bell so you never miss one. You've got this. I believe in you. And remember, sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's turning the page and writing a chapter so beautiful that the old story feels like it happened to someone else entirely. Happy healing, friends. I'll see you in the next video.